I personally, in my own business consulting for 30 years, if I tell you the money I spend on courses and classes and the time I spend, you probably call me an idiot. You know, this isn't so difficult. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm slow and need more of that learning shit. But we need it. Having a profitable dental practice, a profitable growing dental practice, or for that much any other type of dental practice, or for that much any other business, and still having time for private life, having time for family, having time to do hobbies, to do sports, to do traveling, to do and start maybe other businesses is easy, is super, super easy. Has no one ever said before. Will probably no one ever say. A dental practice is something which demands a lots of knowledge, of course, a lots of personal interaction with staff members, with patients. It demands people being on the spot right there and then at the right minute all the time. Growing a dental practice is not easy, but it is doable. It is doable if one, like with everything else, knows what one is doing a little bit. You see, me being a mechanical engineer from profession, a tool maker, and having made models for big turban shovels and things like that, if I would attempt a root canal and then say root canals don't work because the patient, it doesn't do so well or whatever, trying to do crowns, periodontal surgery and all kinds of other things and trying to make a treatment plan, it doesn't work so well. You doctors probably know that. That's because of that dentistry or medicine not work, simply because laymen, people who know nothing about it or not enough about it, cannot do it. I'm sure, doctor, you have hired people, doctors, who, or have seen them if you haven't hired them yourself, and have been maybe, if you're very honest, at one point been such a guy who didn't quite know how to do it very well, how to not to do everything very well. Okay, the best tools, the same tools than everyone else, the same drill, the same high-tech equipment, whatever it is, and a guy doesn't do so well. Now imagine not having gone to school, not knowing about things, forget the, going to school as such, but not knowing about it, and then claiming it doesn't work. And yet, dear dentists, dear doctors, dear smaller business people, that is what most of you are constantly doing. You try to reinvent the wheel because you're business owners. You actually think you know how to run a business, and some of you do, no doubt about it. But even the ones who do, even the world champions of business, they still take advice from other people. They don't necessarily take all the advice they're always getting from the other people, but they're open. They're open to learn. You know, for instance, from Warren Buffett to Bill Gates and to probably everyone else, including Elon Musk or whatever, those people are readers. Leaders are readers. They read one book a day, a nice little book, most of it on business, on this, on that, on whatever it interests them, but it has something to do with it, meaning they are learning. They're constantly talking to other people about it. It's time, it's money, it's thing. I personally, in my own business consulting for 30 years, if I tell you the money I spend on courses and classes and the time I spend, you probably call me an idiot. You know, this isn't so difficult. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm slow and need more of that learning shit. But we need it. Doctor, the best sports people in the world, the best singers in the world, everybody in the world has not one, but many, many, many coaches. They may have a coach for running fast if they are runners. They may have a coach for attitude. They may have a coach for not getting into depression, whatever it is. And yet most small business people know it all. Now, dentists, which is maybe one of the reasons we consult dentists. There are two reasons we consult dentists. Number one, you sell high-ticket items or we show you how to sell high-ticket items or we show you how to market for patients who in the end can take high-ticket items, which means the money you give us, the money you spend on marketing comes back relatively fast versus if you're private practitioner and you get insurance patients and you get your $50 per 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes visit, and there's not much we can do, there's not much we want to do. Dentists is different. And then there's the other things. Dentists are a little bit more willing to say, yeah, there's a few things I don't know. You understand? And by doing so, they're a little bit more willing to kind of learn and do something. Ladies and gentlemen, running a dental practice is not the easiest thing in the world. Running no business is the easiest thing in the world. Creating a wonderful marriage is not the easiest thing in the world, has no one ever said also. But it is all possible with the right tools.